Oh, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Oh, it reefed me!
Ladies and gents, everyone in between, thank you so much for tuning back in. Lure Fishing TV. Welcome to the big South Coast tour, which unfortunately has become more like a small to medium South Coast tour. I was supposed to travel the Dorset Coast for the course of 3 days until I arrive at the big Lure on Saturday. Unfortunately, COVID struck me down for a week or so. Maybe you can still hear it. I've only really recovered my full strength, or maybe 80% of it, 70 maybe, this morning. So I lost quite a few days. The big Lure is tomorrow morning, early in the morning, but I've arrived one evening before. I am on the Jurassic Coast and I want to catch a wrasse. I've got maybe an hour and a half of light left. I just got absolutely slammed on a little crayfish on a rocky part here right below my campsite, and I'm just gonna continue and I'll take you guys with me.
I mean, what are the birds doing back there? Looks like a humongous feeding frenzy. I haven't got any of my bass gear on me. Well, it's about 2 minutes away in the car. I don't actually even know if you can access the water there. It looks like from here, it looks pretty much, yeah, like you can't. Well, let's see. No more bites after that big one. I'm gonna just move over a few stones. There's another gut. Well, I think I can see another gully there, where there's a bit of light in between the dark. I'm just imagining there's some sort of structure change. Give that a whirl, and then yeah, let's hope we get a hulk today. Another very important thing, guys, when you're in new spots and you have just one access out of the water, or at least only one access that you know, and you start walking away from that access to the left or to the right along the coast, do double check your tide. We have just reached high tide here, so this is as high as it'll get, so I know for the next 6 hours I can definitely go back the path that I've come. Oh. But that's important, guys. Never get cut out in a place you don't know. There's zero reception here, phone, anything, internet. You're on your own. Nicely out the wind. Well, a bit of a breeze, but similar to the other spot. Let's give it a go, guys. Okay, we have now come to a point that 14 gram really feels too excessive. I was only really fishing it for the sake of the wind in the other spot as well, not so much because of, or not at all because of the depth, because it wasn't really deep. So I am gonna go to 10 grams.
Oh yes! Oh my god! Get it up on the surface. Oh, what an absolute slam. Woo!
First Portland wrasse for me today. Woo! I was gonna say first Portland Wrasse for me, but I've been here once before with Lee, and we've had a few nice ones. Almost forgot about that. Well, on the Rudies Rock Game Sinker and the O.S.P DoLive Craw 3-inch, and look at the color of this. Okay, I'm not gonna lip grip it like I saw Roscoe did on a much bigger specimen in an Instagram story. I thought he's a bit crazy doing that, because I mean, look at those gnashes. Oof. I have the feeling they can definitely hurt you. There we go. And straight back into the rocks.
Just out of interest, I'm just gonna see what happens if I put a paddle tail on and just retrieve it slowly over the rocks and weed. I really need to get to know this species, you know. Well, guys, even if I was blanking, which I'm not, this is a bit special, isn't it? Oh, the exact opposite of my last 5 days, which I just spent in bed. I'm gonna do a few more casts. Then I'm gonna get myself back to the campsite. I do want to make sure I reach there before it gets even close to dark, because I don't want to do any of the climbing in darkness. I really don't know my way around here. Always better safe than sorry, to be safe than sorry. I also need to see what I'm gonna have for dinner, because I completely forgot to think about that. Yeah, my plan was to stop somewhere before, but the closer I was getting to here, the more I forgot about food and the more I was thinking about fishing and wrasse. So checking if there's any little schoolies close in, wanting a bit of ajimiba poppa in the evening. Imagine you get a wrasse on that top water. I mean, those mebaru, which this lure is made for, are a Japanese type of, and please, I don't want to be like incorrect here, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're a type of grouper. I know how they look like, and I know they're rock fish, and they usually fish like rock tactics, medium to heavy rock tactics for them. But, and they fish them during the night, and they take top water as well. So why not wrasse? Maybe really during like low water, when they're hiding in like just a few centimeters, maybe then.
I got down to the water, and you know how it is, guys. Everything just disappears. All the sorrows, all the issues are just like they haven't existed. You just look, yeah, just stare at the sea, stare at the sky, await a bite. Don't even care so much if there's a bite or not. Now, I feel like I really want to go down there first light with some top waters for the bass. Same spot. It's 2 minutes walk from here. So if I'm anywhere near awake at that time, I think I should do it. I feel like there might be a bit of mayhem going on in that little bay cave area where I was fishing for the wrasse. It feels like for first light, I haven't actually checked the state of the tide, but you know what? The state of the tide was high tide around 6 o'clock-ish here, 6:30. So it'll be 6:30 will be high tide again. So first light is probably going to be like 5 o'clock, 4:30. So we'll just be maybe just before high tide and first light in that spot. Guys, I think I have to get some top waters in there. Ready to grill. I'm gonna chuck a couple of minute steaks on here. Burn that a little bit. And yeah, gonna get that down my gob. I've got a little, I was really kind of, yeah, I was feeling a beer quite a lot, but I don't think my body's quite ready for a beer yet. So it's Lipton iced tea to celebrate today's Wrasse.
Well guys, managed to get up for first light. Let's get down on that ledge and throw some toppies. Chappie 100, Santamo. Let's do it. No sign of the bass, guys. Just gonna do a few chucks for the Wrasse and then go back up to the campsite, have a tea, have an apple, and then yeah, prepare for the big lure. Oh my God, come out of there. Come out of there. Come out of there. Oh, first cast for Wrasse, guys. First cast. Oh my God, and it's a nice one. It's a PB by far. Whoa.
This absolute stonker ruined my hook. Look at it. Absolutely crazy. I knew exactly this hook wasn't ideal when I rigged it. I was planning on doing just a few casts, and this fish is by far my personal best Wrasse. Lovely ballon. Somewhere between 35 and 40 I'm estimating it. Look at this absolute stonker. And look what it's done to my hook. Completely ruined it. Let's get it back. Well guys, I left it at that. Stonking little Wrasse. In the morning, just released it and went straight back up to the campsite. I'm gonna get myself a tea ready, break down the tent, and then go to town a little bit early, see if I can like get a coffee, maybe sit down in a cafe somewhere before the big lure starts. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome again to the, well, now much smaller South Coast tour of Lure Fishing TV. I think this was grand. We caught 2 Wrasse in 2 little sessions, and yeah, next episode is going to be the big lure.